let's get to our guests. Our guests are mother-daughter cruisers, and they have a wonderful channel where they share their own cruise experiences. And we discovered them, I think, honestly, it was because we watched one of their mini videos about this ship that we're talking about tonight, the Carnival Sunrise, because we were curious to see what the ship is like now. Because it was, and we'll get into this, but it was redesigned, remodeled, completely changed since we were on it as a Carnival Triumph back in 2011. And we were curious to see what it looked like. And it was cool to see what it's like. And you're going to hear all about it. But we were equally excited to see and to meet two new friends.
That's right.
And we were inspired by the enthusiasm and just how down to earth they are. So. When do you think we should introduce? When should we bring them out?
Let's bring them out now.
We've had them waiting long enough.
I know.
Wow. So exciting. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, mother-daughter cruisers.
Yes.
Hi.
Ladies, welcome to the show.
Hello.
We're so excited.
Okay. How are
Good
you
to
guys?
see you.
Thank you.
We're
Good.
doing well.
Well, we're glad to have you here. You got your matching shirts on. That's awesome to see.
Yes. Thank you. Yes. We had to wear our special shirts. Special shout out to Very Unique Designs, who designed and created our very first shirt. So we wanted to support and show that today. Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
It's a special occasion. I don't know about the two of you, but we've been talking about this here at the Cruise Day Fun household.
Definitely.
And just talking about how much fun this is going to be, and we're so happy to have you here.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. So we're going to get into some questions. I know.
Yeah. I know. You ready?
Yeah. And, we've got people showing up, and I'm gonna give a brief introduction again to what the topic is and to the two of you before we start with the questions here for anybody that might be watching in the future, because some of us are living in the future. Some of us are here right now. Travel Mobile, you weren't that late. Come on, it's nice. It's nice that you stopped in to say hi. We appreciate that. We appreciate you so much.
Yes.
So, very special guests, mother-daughter cruisers who have been on the Carnival Sunrise, I believe, once, maybe more than once. We'll find out. But okay, just one. Okay, and we'll get to all that, and we'll find out what they thought of the ship, and we will find out what you need to know about Carnival Sunrise. So, without further ado, let's get to some questions.
All right.
You want to start with the questions?
Yes.
Okay. Don't worry. These aren't going to be too tough.
They're not tough questions.
No.
We're ready. Let's see what we remember.
So for the first question, how many times have you been on the Carnival Sunrise?
That's what I was getting at.
Oh my goodness, so hard.
I counted 3.
See, she was watching some of your videos while I was getting set up earlier, and she said, I think they've been on more than once because they've got so many great videos on here.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
There's something that was a long cruise. It was a Carnival Journey cruise.
Oh, okay. So let's start with that. Let's start with that. Mother, do we call you mother cruiser? Mother.
You could call me mother or mama cruiser.
Mother or mom. Well, we love the flexibility, and people are here to say hello to you. People are showing up. It's great to see. Welcome in to say
family, MDC family.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So tell us about your
cruise
journey.
adventures.
What did you call it? You called it a Carnival journey?
Yes.
What is that?
Journey. I think when Carnival has cruises that are, I believe it's 9 days.
Ooh.
Wow.
8 or 9 days. It's called a journey cruise.
Oh, wow.
And actually, I'm sorry, this one was 10 days.
Wow.
Because we got back to port home port on day 11, so it was a 10-day cruise.
Wow.
And
Wow.
it was fantastic. It really was.
It was amazing.
It was fantastic. And then we were excited because it was a new, well, not new, but because it's a refurbished ship, and it was new to us.
Right.
Yeah. So you were
Yeah.
on the ship. You were on the ship shortly after it was reborn, re-inaugurated, or whatever you want to call it, and renamed.
It was like a semi-inaugural for us. We missed like the first. I think it was in May of 19
Of that same year.
and we went in June, so we missed it by a month.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So we're
So it's
still in the inaugural mode.
That's right.
I think when you watch the video, you can hear me say, I still smell that fresh,
Freshness,
fresh ship smell. You know,
That's
like,
exactly
New
what
ship smell.
yeah,
Yeah.
like a new car smell.
I was getting. Yeah, I don't think they were running around the ship with one of those big bottles of air fresheners. The smell. I think it was genuinely very new. I think
It was.
Yeah. And did the crew seem like it was new and confusing to them, or were they pretty much were they getting into gear by the time you were on?
Oh, they were fine.
It was like
awesome.
business as usual, excitement,
Very friendly.
very friendly as always.
Yeah.
Always exciting when we get on board and they greet you and they want to take pictures with you.
Great.
It was
great.
amazing.
They see us with the camera, they
Yep.
wave.
Yes, they
Yeah.
love when we
And
have
so-
a vlogging camera.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Well, that's cool. So let me just ask you about your first impressions of this ship, of this reborn, a new ship. What were your first impressions of Carnival Sunrise?
Oh well.
No, speak, daughter.
Well, for me personally, I thought it was a beautiful ship. Of course, right off the bat, when we walked on and we finally got into the atrium, I think that's what it's called. The atrium.
Yes, we first-
Uh-huh.
It's like, oh, we immediately started, comparing other ships we were on. Like, oh, they don't have this. Oh, they don't have that. They don't have the, what do they call it? When you walk in, they have this beautiful funnel or some kind of.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Decor.
Oh, in the
The
atrium.
LED funnel.
Like they did on other ships. They didn't have that.
Yep.
So it was like, oh, but it's not like a deal breaker. It doesn't
It
stop
never is for us.
the fun from happening. It was just an observation as far as, the ambiance and
Yeah.
the decor, it's something that we noticed on the newer ships,
Uh-huh.
Then we also noticed once we started walking that the buffet area was smaller.
Mhm.
That was different. We were hoping that it wouldn't be an issue or a challenge for us throughout our trip.
Yeah, because it was.
Mhm.
Because it was a long trip, right? And we noticed that the food stations, everything was on one food station.
Yep.
It wasn't multiple stations where you can get the same food, just to make sure the line is flowing and it's not overly populated and you're not waiting online for a long period of time.
Yeah.
So
Right.
initially I was like, small.
Yeah. Yeah.
But did the lines move pretty quickly though?
I mean, I think they did eventually, like once the trip got going,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
it moved along, because remember, this is the very first day. It's our very first impression.
Mhm.
So
Sure.
the very first day, everybody is in one place anyway.
Yeah.
Everything is not necessarily open yet until we leave port.
Oh yeah.
Right. And then
Right.
a lot of people, they're still waiting for their rooms to be ready.
Yeah.
You have no choice but to gather in that same space.
Oh yeah.
So I think overall, once the trip got going, the food
Mhm.
station loosened up a little bit more, because now you have
Right.
other options. Everyone is not always in the same place at the same
Right,
time
right.
all the time. So I
Yeah.
think that's something people don't tend to understand, who's never cruised before, and they see all this. It looks busy, like, oh no, I can't do it. Too many people.
Yeah.
But they
That's
have to understand it's so much to do on the ship.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
everyone is not going to be at the same location all the time.
right.
Exactly.
I think
Including
that's-
the food stations.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you
And I
have
think
options. You have options. So that was
Yeah,
my
you do.
initial first impression when it came to the ship overall.
Yeah, I think people's first impressions, if they haven't cruised before, they sometimes get on board and head to that buffet, and they're surrounded by all the other people who are lost because they haven't figured out where everything is, and they're just like, "Is this what it's going to be like the whole time?"
Right,
I see people who just look frustrated and are like going like, "Did I make a mistake?" But after you get past that first, it seems like once you get your room.
Yeah.
Once you get your room, or maybe after the muster drill, then it starts to
Once
feel
you
like
get unpacked,
oh,
and
you can
settled
relax.
in.
We
That
tell
first
our viewers that
drink.
all the time when we
Yeah.
talk.
Exactly.
We share that a lot. Like it's not gonna be like that the whole trip. So get that out your head.
Yeah.
And for us, it's we have to get it in our head that we have been on the larger ship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, you've got experience with that. So can you give us an example of one of the larger ships you've been on, just for comparison, for anybody watching who may be familiar with one or the other?
Another inaugural we had the pleasure of experiencing. We were on the Carnival Horizon.
Oh,
yeah.
One of them.
And it was also maybe like a month out of their inaugural trip. We were on that one, so like
Wow.
That was
nice.
To this day, that's like our favorite.
Yeah, that really took us out. Like,
Okay.
Did you get lost on such a big ship?
The first time.
Yeah, we got, it was ridiculous because we had to go again.
Yeah, I was like, I don't even think we explored the entire ship. So we were happy when we decided to go on another trip on the same ship.
Right.
Yeah,
We
it's
did. We
huge.
went twice the same year.
Yeah,
Wow.
it was
Well-
fun.
That's
Yeah.
like, if you've been on the Vista,
Uh-huh.
it's the
I have
sister to the Vista. So it's
Yeah.
Similar size ship. Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah,
So
with
the-
the decorate. It was just awesome. So
Beautiful.
from that, we're not gonna say it's a step down because we like
Yeah,
Carnival Cruise, but from that being such an enormous ship, and then for us to go on the Sunrise, we walk out onto the Lido deck and we go, okay.
Yeah.
There's quite a difference.
Like,
Like, no shade,
look
but
who's getting all.
I know we were spoiled. We got spoiled.
Yeah, but isn't it kind of funny how you're used to, if you're used to a larger ship or used to a smaller ship and you go on the other, with Carnival at least, with Carnival you go and you see Guy's Burger Joint and it's like, oh, it looks really squeezed and crowded together here. Or you go on another ship, you see that they have a lot of the same things, same restaurants, same activity areas, and it's just the bigger ship that's like they spread it out. There's more seating. It's maybe a little more modern, but you still have a lot of the same experience.
Yeah.
So
Very true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is true.
The same experience is more space, right?
yeah, just more space and more people, I suppose. But
People.
Yeah.
I mean, the only difference is that the Carnival Horizon, they had a massive IMAX theater, which
Yep.
Oh, nice.
no other ships we've been on has. It's massive. Like that whole floor is catered to IMAX and virtual, like a virtual. Oh, what was that? Oh my goodness, I forgot the name of it. It's like a virtual experience, like something like a theme park, but
Oh,
like
wow.
you're in a theater, but it looks like you're actually
What do you call that?
On a roller coaster or
it's like a
something like that.
virtual. It's like a virtual reality.
Real theater.
Right.
Okay.
It's called the Thrill Theater.
And when you see things like
Wow.
that, you're like, are we really on a cruise?
Right, you forget you're on a ship when you see things like that.
And then you come back and you say, let's cruise again. And then you go on the Sunrise and
It's
you're like,
like this is it. But it's like, but we love the ship, but I
we
like,
get over it.
right, we get over it really quickly because we're here and we just embrace what we're currently experiencing. We don't think about what we did last year or the year before.
Yeah.
It takes
Right,
us a
right.
second and it's over. Like we're over
Yeah.
it.
Yep.
So I was wondering, like,
Yes.
what was your favorite activity on the Carnival Sunrise?
Oh, let's see. Favorite activity.
What do we do,
Sunday.
That's one. I don't know if that's my favorite.
Was it doing karaoke or I don't know, playing
Yeah.
games?
Really watching people do.
We usually walk by and hear
watching
them
people, favorite activity
that we do together. You know.
Oh man, that's kind of hard.
Well,
we're just like all over, you know.
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
We didn't really have a favorite. We were just trying to do this. The thing about Carnival is there's so much to do. And you don't want to end up doing the same thing if it's offered, you know, like look at your fun times and see what's going on. But
right.
I can't even pick out a favorite thing. We were like all over the place. We like, you know, what is it? The shopping when they have the t-shirts.
That's fun too.
Did you ever do the bingo or anything like that?
We didn't do bingo, not on this ship. No,
we went on the Sunshine.
I think it's the Sunshine, and we did for the first time.
We kept saying, because you know what it is with Carnival, as I said, there's so many things to do, and a lot of the activities overlap. Yep. So you have to make this decision, like, oh my God, well, if we go here, this starts at 10 and something else starts at 10:30, this is not going to be finished. Oh, what are we going to do? If we go to bingo, we're going to miss the $10 sale, or, you know, it's like, you want to split yourself in half and just do everything. So it's hard to have just one favorite thing when you just want to just try to partake in as many things as you can, you know?
Yeah. Say I really enjoy when we do video arcades. I'm a big kid at heart. That's what I was trying to say. Like, if we don't do it but one time the whole trip, we always look for Jurassic World arcade.
Okay. Yeah.
One time I didn't realize how much money I spent because I had to kill the Velociraptor. The Velociraptor had to die.
We always do the duck game.
Just shooting the Velociraptor. And we love Movie Under the Stars. That's always the dive-in. When we don't feel like doing a formal dining, we don't feel like getting dressed up. I think it's like, well, let's just see what's playing today, and then it'll be something that we actually want to see, and we'll just get pizza, or we'll order our food in advance. We'll order, like one time we ordered the seafood.
Oh yeah, we ordered from the seafood.
And we watched what was that? We watched
it wasn't Aquaman.
It was Aquaman. Yes, it was Aquaman. It was Aquaman. It was Aquaman. And our food was ready, and we just enjoyed our shrimp and fish and chips. Under the stars.
Sounds good.
We highly recommend that. If that's considered a thing to do, we highly recommend the seafood shack.
So it's worth the money.
It's extra, but it's reasonable.
It's very. I was very surprised, and you get a nice amount of food.
Yes,
I think it was like $6 It was a substantial, and you get a nice amount. Yeah.
But, we enjoyed that immensely. Yes,
we enjoyed that. Yeah. We enjoyed that on, what did we have that on? Carnival Liberty, I think we had that.
Yeah,
we had really, really tasty.
We did the peel and eat shrimp and the fried shrimp. It's good.
A lot of good stuff.
Yeah.
So talking about, I know if you heard a minute ago, we're hearing a plug for these larger ships, but we're focusing on Carnival Sunrise today. So we're getting the emotional appeal from mother-daughter cruisers here about what's so great about the ship. But I do want to mention, besides the fact that link down below is a link to their channel that you should check out and subscribe to. We also have a link to our Carnival Sunrise ship guide, our little fact sheet that we put together. So you take that and download it, no charge, print it out, take it with you along with your fun times, and you can find where everything is on the ship, and listen to these ladies, and you'll know what on that sheet, what in the fun times is most important. We've already gotten some good tips here.
Yeah.
So
we keep our candy.
Yep. Joy does the scrapbooking with them. So I don't know if they stay in one piece, but
I've been working on my scrapbook.
Yeah. I'm trying. So let's move on. Let's move on to a different question. I wanted to ask you about. I'm guessing since you've been on more than one ship with Carnival, that you've experienced more than one cruise director. Can you tell us if you have a favorite cruise director? You could tell us a little bit about that individual if you do.
You see how I just light up?
We do.
It's like we crush hard on Chris, the Flying Scotsman. We even sent him a special shout out, I think a year or two ago, and he actually responded. He was just so sweet and just so honored that we gave him such a nice, compliment. He's amazing. I feel like it does play a major role in your cruise experience.
It does. People tend to
agree.
It does. If the cruise director he says, you're on vacation, have fun.
Right.
I don't even words explain this guy.
He's amazing.
Oh, did we lose you?
Oh,
there you are.
You lost.
You lost.
Technical difficulties. We're there. You're there.
Okay.
Yep.
Where were we?
You were talking about the Flying
Chris,
Dutchman.
the Flying Scotsman,
Yes.
is somebody who we haven't sailed with, but if you look on YouTube, I think you can find some videos with him in it. Maybe even on a channel that we have linked down below. But we have really become fans of his just without going on a cruise that he's a cruise director on. Wow. That's how awesome he is.
Yeah.
He is. And he can. I don't want to spoil anything for a couple of your videos I'm thinking of, but I know he can sing in the style of some very famous singers, some of which you might think of as a young man named Chris doing, but he can belt it out, and he is full of energy. So I totally understand what you're saying.
He will get you energized even without caffeine.
Oh boy, yeah.
We captured him in full effect on one of our videos.
Yeah, we went to his show. He has his own show, actually, on the ship, which a lot of cruise directors that we've experienced do not. They participate in the show, but he has his own show. And we would go, and we were absolutely amazed. It's like, as an entertainer as well, there's so much that he's capable of doing. He's funny, he's energizing, and he's talented in more ways than, he's
personable,
comedic thing. He's one place, he takes stuff off and run out there and run around the bar.
And you can see that he's not just doing a job. You see that he really loves and enjoys what it is that he does. I mean, it was like the Rock the Promenade? Oh, yeah, Rock the Promenade. It wasn't on the Sunrise. It wasn't on the Sunrise, but I'm using it as an example to show like he was totally tired, and we both ran into him at the shake spot, and he still took the time to take pictures with us. And you could tell he was exhausted, but he was so nice. You couldn't, he was just like, come here and give me a hug. Come here. Like, come here and take a picture. Like, he's just so awesome. Like, he is like by far just the best.
If you're on a cruise when the Flying Scotsman is on there and you don't have fun, something is wrong with it.
Yeah.
Something is wrong. There has to be.
I get it.
To make you laugh or have fun.
I'm telling you,
ladies, being on the Sunrise ship, did you have a favorite hangout spot on the ship?
Oh yeah, the Lido deck.
That's where the action is.
If you were just hanging out, that's what I would have to say.
Well, wait a minute. Don't. Okay, we're not going to let you get away with it that easy. I know what else is on the Lido deck. Okay, there's people watching. There's sun. There's a pool. But there's also frozen yogurt. There's also guys burger joint.
My favorite.
Why would you want to be somewhere else during the day on a ship? You're right where all the action is.
It's like you gotta be near it.
You can grab your frozen yogurts, get a seat, and watch people.
Yes, and people are amazing. We always meet someone that we can just, hi, how are you? And we'll run into them again, and they'll want to, can you save me a seat? And we'll end up being like, short friends while we're on the ship. So definitely the Lido was like the #1 place.
You just want to be, because we would say Serenity is hard to get to. Because it's always,
it's different.
They like to hide it.
Put a downer on anything, but it's hard to get a seat.
It's hard to find a space in the Serenity, which is at the aft, of the ship. And it's beautiful for adults only. But it was nice. We did get a chance to, though.
We looked at it, but we didn't stay up there. We didn't get a spot up there. We found
I thought we did it on this one. Oh, I thought it was this one.
Because we walked around, but there were no seats. You know, what do you call them?
The little
clamshell thing,
clamshells and all that. Yeah, it varies from ship to ship exactly where it is and how much space they allot to it. And I know, like on the Sunshine, it seemed like there was a lot of space, but it was still pretty full. But it looks like on the Sunrise, they just kind of squeezed in whatever space they could find, and it wasn't a whole lot.
I got that impression too. But you mentioned the Sunshine. Now, I know we're not talking about the Sunshine, but just for the comparison, they have the best, to me, what I've experienced, the best serenity. It feels like serenity. Yeah, if you get a spot. Well, there's a method to that. You know, you go to a port of call, and if you decide to stay on the ship,
that's right.
Which we have done.
Yep. Okay, so we talked about hanging out by the pool. We've talked about getting some serenity. I already started to talk about my favorite topic. And if anybody ever watches our channel, you know what our favorite topic is. Right after cruises, right up there is we got to talk about some more. We got to talk about food some more. Let's talk. Let's start with a buffet. What did you think of it? And did you have any favorites from the buffet? Any recommendations?
From the buffet.
Yep, from the general buffet area, whether it's
was it a dessert or a piece of bread or?
We love the breakfast buffet.
Breakfast is my favorite. Breakfast buffet is my favorite.
Favorite time.
Yeah.
So it's like the French toast.
Yep.
Toast and waffles.
Toast, bacon. All those good bad things.
Which I'm currently trying to pull away from.
I think about, we're going on a cruise, I can get breakfast. So it sounds crazy, right? But I love breakfast at the buffet. We have to say, too, we haven't gone to, where is it to? You can go to the sit-down breakfast in the Radiance.
Right.
But we haven't done that. But as far as the buffet, my favorite is breakfast. That's not considered a buffet.
It is a buffet.
I mean, where you get the breakfast burritos and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah,
the
outside. Because I usually go to the for my.
That's his favorite.
Yep.
I usually go to the Blue Iguana to add my pico de gallo to my omelet.
There you go. Yeah. Get a little spice.
There you go.
I like to wait on the omelet station line. And then I'll add like a few pieces of bacon. And I love my French toast. I like pancakes, but I gravitate more to the French toast.
Sure.
So definitely when it comes to buffet, the breakfast has always been good.
Yep.
Biscuits and gravy. But the breakfast buffet is my favorite. The lunches and dinners are like,
the lunches and dinners were a little when it comes to, unless they my corn fritters. Like I love the corn fritters.
That sounds good.
Tasty. But I noticed that they usually have that when we're boarding the ship. And then for the ship was like, what? Like what? Why is it not a staple? Why is that right? Like what is going on?
They have a tendency to do that. They have a tendency to like they'll roll out something for one meal, one day or whatever, and then it's just gone. So you got to
it seems so sometimes. It seems like that. I mean, it's not terrible, but I think it was in the evening though. No, it wasn't on this ship because that was Horizon. Because Horizon, I remember the shrimp we had. It was so big, we could go so many different choices. And remember, like I said, with the Sunrise,
they didn't have
the buffet was a little smaller, so everything was on one station.
Right.
So you had to really figure out what you wanted. And then there was a young lady who was sweet enough to let me get in front of her because what I wanted was an omelet. And she wasn't waiting for an omelet. So I think I captured a little bit of that on our trip. And I was like, thank you so much. Because I'm like, I don't want to wait this long line just to get an omelet. And she's not getting, and it's all this other stuff that she's putting on her plate. So people are really nice if you just ask, and she was like, sure.
Yeah.
So, because like I said, everything is on one station, which is like different.
Might be hard to get to your
So it's hard to get to that. You wait online just so you can get to the omelet station. Like,
so I think you had a really good tip there, especially if a breakfast burrito sounds appealing to you. And a lot of the other Carnival ships have this option too. Most of them, I'd say. But if it's a smaller buffet area or it's really crowded at that time, maybe it's a good time to go to Blue Iguana and get a breakfast burrito.
Or have your first breakfast in your room.
Order room service. Have that.
Yes.
Or at lunchtime, you've got Guy's Burger or Blue Iguana, and you've also got
Seafood Shack. You said
Seafood Shack, and I was going to say, I believe you had a video where you talked about Lucky Bowl, which is near the buffet.
Yes.
What's Lucky Bowl?
Breakfast.
Yeah,
What's that?
they accommodated breakfast.
They convert
Really?
We didn't know about that.
The deli serves breakfast.
Yep.
Just when you said that, it reminded me.
Because we got online a few times when it was too crowded on the regular buffet. We noticed that they had specific items, not every single thing, but like the basics. Like
you could get grits, eggs.
Yes, the French toast, bacon, the basic stuff.
And you can get that at the
deli
and at Lucky Bowl.
So they're being smart. They don't have as much space, but they're being smart. That's one thing. That's one thing I appreciate with Carnival is they're good at flexing the space. Comedy club at night, but during the daytime they have for trivia or something. And then the same with the food areas. They'll roll it out. And we've experienced on other ships too. Like Gigi Asian Kitchen becomes the Mongolian Walk at daytime or whatever. They're smart with that. So speaking of food, let's get out of the buffet for a minute. And we kind of already talked about this, but I know you wanted to ask about a couple other favorite places.
Well, have you ever eaten any of the Guy's Burger?
Yeah, I don't think we talked about that specifically.
That's a no-brainer.
We figured.
What's the one that you like to get? The bacon?
Oh, I like. Well, the pig patty's nice, but I like the ringer.
Yeah.
So, do you have a favorite?
Donkey sauce.
Donkey sauce. Yes.
Hey.
Yes, you gotta have the donkey sauce.
Their fries are so good too.
Their fries are amazing. We kind of do our own little greedy thing that we do. Don't judge us. We usually make our sloppy Joe French fries.
Oh,
yeah. We put
that works.
And the onions, the sauteed onions, all on top of the French fries with a little bit of bacon.
You make your
so disrespectful, but it's so
vacation.
Good.
No.
You're making your own French fry nachos.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. Maybe we should point out for anybody that's watching that hasn't been on Carnival before or hasn't had the experience of Guy's Burger Joint, they may not know. They've got a fixing station too, so you can get your burger prepared, as you want it or however they do it, whatever you order, and then you can go over there and you can add bacon to it. You can apparently add that stuff to your fries too. I didn't think of that, but you can do that.
Yeah,
get more donkey sauce.
And the best thing about it is it doesn't cost anything extra. It's included in your.
Included in the price.
Yeah, it's one of the amazing things. I'm like, this is included.
Even if you're on a budget, which we've been on many times. So it's like you don't have to worry about overspending or wanting to go to another restaurant.
Right.
Because they have great options for you. Even if you're a vegan or you're gluten, you just have to let them know and they'll ask. Because Guy's Burger, they have an option for turkey burger. You just have to ask for it.
Yeah, they're very accommodating.
A lot of meat, but when I had that burger, I was just like, oh my god! It didn't even taste like it was just like it melts in your mouth. Like we were saying one time when we first had it, like we don't even feel full. When you eat most burgers, you feel like you could feel the burger. It's felt like, did we just eat
heaviness?
That means we can come back for another.
That's right.
That's right.
And their pizza station too. It's really good.
Oh yeah. Well, okay. So let's ask one more food question. Let's ask you if you had a favorite. Just thinking back, especially with Carnival Sunrise, but I know you've got different Carnival ship experiences. But what would you recommend? What was your favorite meal or snack, if you want to go that route?
Oh my goodness, that is so hard.
Favorite meal or snack?
A favorite meal or snack.
Favorite meal.
I know what mine is.
Well, what's yours? Because yours may not be mine. A favorite meal. Can we do a favorite meal and a snack?
Sure. Yeah,
You could
definitely.
Can we do a favorite meal and a snack?
Go for
No
it.
rules.
Go for it. Start a list.
Okay,
It doesn't
go.
matter.
Okay, well, favorite
People just
meal
want tips.
is breakfast. That hands down. That's
But you
me.
got it. Though that's her favorite.
That's a meal.
I think we want more specifics.
It's breakfast. The waffle, not waffles. French toast,
French toast. Yeah, I love the French toast too.
and the French toast with as long as I get some bacon and sausage to go with it, I'm great.
Gotta have the bacon.
Bacon
Yeah.
Yeah.
with the peaches on there when they have it.
Ooh.
But
Good.
I'm getting hungry.
I know.
Oh,
My favorite snack. Well, it's not a snack.
well, what is it?
hey, you can call it a snack. It's your vacation.
Come on, Mother Cruiser.
Those shrimp at the seafood shack.
Oh,
yeah.
Wait. Which ones? Are we talking the peel and eat, or are we talking the fried shrimp, or what kind of shrimp?
Oh no, the fried
Right.
shrimp basket.
That's the best. That's the
That's
best.
such a good seasoning.
I thought the lobster roll would be the thing I really wanted. I didn't even end up ordering that. I know.
I did.
I was like, you know what? I'm not feeling that. And I was like,
I wasn't feeling
got me the
it
fried shrimp. I wasn't even order it. And I'm like, oh my, they
So
do
you
it
got the
perfectly.
shrimp.
Well, you know, you can mess up fried shrimp. You know, you can put on too much breading. You can just make it. You can
Or
overcook it.
not
But they just put on this
seasoned.
light breading. It's got a good flavor. Oh,
was
and you can sit
perfect.
there just eating them until it's
You're
time
so
for dinner.
right.
But you know, they had. I wasn't on the. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, we were talking about shrimp. Just what's that? They had some. It wasn't on the Sunrise when they had the shrimp at the buffet, was it?
No, it was. It
Oh.
was.
Sometimes they have that shrimp at the buffet.
It wasn't the same
but
shrimp,
it's
but
at
it was
night,
good.
just before the buffet closes.
Closes.
When they put that stuff out, maybe they put like hot dogs, hamburgers, shrimp. You know, like
Like
when it's
late
real late.
night. Yes.
One night they had shrimp,
Yes.
and it was.
Oh my Lord. I was so greedy. I was ashamed of myself.
But that's okay because you're on a cruise and no one will remember.
And then we had the shrimp with pizza. I don't know what that was about.
Hey, it works. It works.
And it was so good. And they had like the what's the sauce I like?
The donkey sauce?
No, for the shrimp, like cocktail sauce.
Cocktail
Sauce, yeah.
And the
Wow.
the lady, I don't want to say waitress.
No.
She was one of the workers. She was so sweet. I think it was on the Sunrise. She went into the kitchen to get tartar sauce for Mom. It was so
Aw.
sweet. Yeah.
And since you're touching on that, and we're transitioning away from food, I hate to do that.
Okay.
But we
We're
got to
on
mention.
now.
We got to mention the amazing crew because I mean we've been on a few different cruise lines, but with Carnival, our experience has always been great with the crew.
They're so
Very accommodating, very
helpful,
positive, very friendly,
positive.
and
They are.
We think the crew makes the cruise. You know,
Yeah.
it makes a huge difference. Yeah,
it makes
does.
a huge difference.
Especially when they're just so kind and accommodating, and we've
Mhm.
never had any major issues. Sometimes they'll just do nice things just because it's nothing we ask.
Yep.
Our room is always tidy. We love when they make little towel animals for us, and we come in the room and have multiple. One time we had monkeys everywhere. We've never had
I
Wow.
don't think we've ever gotten more than one.
oh my goodness, that was the best. I don't know. It was one time we
I
came
never saw
back to
one
our
like that.
cabin and we had one in the bed with their hand up like this.
Legs crossed.
The legs is
I
crossed.
never saw one.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Like too many pictures. It was so funny.
But those little things from
Yeah.
the crew and the staff mean so much. Especially, I think they know to make sure that you greet people
Yeah.
when you see them.
Right.
Yeah.
Everything okay? And we get that. You know, if the person is behind the counter and you pass by, they wave and they say hi, morning. You know,
Especially when we're vlogging,
It's a
they
little
love to
thing,
be
you
on
know?
camera. And then they see you, they get accustomed to seeing you. So they'll say good morning, what are your plans for the day? You know, so that's always just a bonus when we're traveling. I think that's why we love cruising so much. Because we would have thought we would have started cruising. Like we would never.
Heard it
We
once, people say
we went on it one time and that was it.
Well, you touched on a good point. Imani, you mentioned not everybody watching is going to have this experience, but my experience with filming on the cruise ships to get footage for our channel is I found it very different between Carnival and other cruise lines. With Carnival in particular, crew are so happy to jump in front of the camera and wave, and other cruise lines have been on. You get some of that, but it's not as much. And sometimes it's just like they're like, you know. And I respect that. When I see somebody I'm filming and I can tell they don't want to be on camera, I'm like, well, I can edit that out.
Right. Like, are you a fugitive or are you in witness protection?
Yeah. But the Carnival cruise seems like, hey, it's part of the party. Yay!
It's so true. So true. Even
getting ice cream that time.
Oh, yes.
It wasn't on the Sunrise, but we were getting ice cream and we turned around and the guy in the camera.
One of the workers.
Oh, that's awesome.
Love it. Even it's like kids I pass by, they're like, are you a YouTuber? I'm like, yes. They're like, can I get on? I'm like, sure. Is it okay with your mom? Like, and they would just be like, hi. And I'm like, hey, give a shout out, tell everybody your name. Like,
that's right.
It's just a different vibe on cruise.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's just so much fun.
Yeah, it is.
That's all I know is Carnival.
So would you tell a new cruiser to just try everything on the food and activities and everything if they were new to cruising?
When you say everything, you mean
what do you mean?
Like, if a new cruiser is like, would you tell them to experience the buffet or try Guy's Burger and everything like that?
Absolutely. And then it depends on what their preference is, you know. So if there's somebody that's just up for anything, I'm like, listen, hit the ground running. As soon as your feet get on the ship, that's your opportunity to start trying different things. Of course, when you first get on, everything is not open yet. But as far as that's concerned, as soon as you get a chance, definitely try everything, because that's what we did. We had an agenda. We already knew what places we wanted to try out, like cherry top, teppanyaki, like sushi, like all these places. We tried their famous ice cream and the fish. Remember that fish cone? But it was a bread. I thought it was teppanyaki. That was type pie.
Horizon.
Oh, well, I thought they had it on here too. They didn't. Oh no, that was wrong. See, I'm getting excited.
I don't know about that one.
In general,
yes, I would tell
definitely
try. The foods. Try.
Yeah.
Try to just. I mean, you're on the cruise, not just to pull up and down the water. Like get out there, fun, try the food. We try. It's kind of hard. Well, for our experience, as far as like trying foods, going to diners. We try to make allowances or make arrangements to try different restaurants when we can.
Right.
We didn't on the Sunrise. We didn't, but we have experienced, Cucina de Capitano.
Yeah,
we've experienced 555.
Oh, so good. The steaks.
Yeah.
I can tell you about the ribeye.
We've also experienced going to assigned dining and not going to assigned dining.
Yes.
Sitting at a table with the same people each night at a specific time. We've done that.
Right.
And it's always been good.
Right. And we haven't done that in a long time.
It gets a little hard because, we don't like to go too early, because if you're out doing something, you don't want to eat dinner at 5:30, 6 o'clock or whatever.
Exactly.
And then the other downside is you don't want to eat dinner at 8:30 because it overlaps the show that you want to see.
Because we had that happen too.
Run out to go see
it.
Boy.
That happened too.
But try.
Wow.
Yeah.
Try. Definitely try.
We totally agree with that. But we time is flying by, and I would feel really bad if we didn't take some time to talk to let people know about a little bit more about your YouTube channel. We've mentioned that it's linked down below. We mentioned they should check it out. We mentioned they should subscribe. I'm mentioning it again because trust us, you will not regret it. You'll be happy that you did. So check out the channel. But could you tell us, for those people that aren't familiar, we know it, but for people who aren't familiar, tell us about what the Mother-Daughter Cruises channel is all about. What kind of videos do you have on your channel?
Well, listen, I am still learning. So the official Mother-Daughter Cruisers YouTube channel started a few years ago, where we just wanted to continue building this tradition. I guess we kind of started building, and we wanted to capture the memory of us cruising together. And then when we started doing that, I said, well, let me just post them on just a random, YouTube page. And we noticed that we started getting questions. We noticed that we started getting likes. We noticed that people started asking us questions. And we were like, oh, and I just started sharing that information with my mom. And then I asked her, well, what do you think about us continuing this? And then we noticed that our subscriptions was going up. I was like, wait a minute, I think we got something going here. People started asking us, are you going to do a group cruise? We would love to meet you. We're like, whoa,
wow.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
This is something we're doing just, so we can bond together, because we never really traveled together like that outside of us going to church and sometimes going to special events with our church. We never really did anything as far as family in a long time. And, life is short. So we was like, let's take advantage of it. And it just started growing from there. We received so much love from our MDC family. I see a lot of you guys shouting us out tonight. Thank you so much. And it just started growing and growing and growing. And I'm an amateur. I am not a professional blogger, but I've been learning how to do it on my own, working with my cell phone, just working with what I got.
Yeah.
And just doing the best that I can. And Mom, she's new to all this, so I'm just happy to be able to take her on trips. Want to smile on her face, and it was just so encouraging. People were asking us, telling us their story about how they wish their mother was still in their life, because they are no longer with them, and they really appreciate our relationship. So it became something more than just us traveling, and we had to capitalize on that. Like, we really wanted to continue it because we saw that our channel was actually different. We're just being ourselves, and people really appreciated that. So we're so blessed and grateful that we decided to continue this journey together. As long as God saw fit, we're going to keep doing it.
Yeah, we expected to go every year.
Yeah, it was supposed to be every year, but with the pandemic, it kind of like put a damper on it.
Yeah.
We had 2 cruises ready. We were doing back. We were ready.
Well, you'll get back out there. We'll all get back out there.
Yes.
We'll all get back out there.
We just want everybody to stick with us, and we're trying to be as creative and as relevant as we can. Even though we're not traveling, we're trying to think of some content that we can put up just to keep everyone engaged while we're waiting to get back on the sea.
So do you have a cruise planned?
Yeah.
Do you have a cruise planned for this year or for next year?
No. We were talking about something maybe in the future. Remember, you brought it up.
Yeah, we were looking, trying to see. It's all about seeing where this is taking us, and of course, we want to be safe.
You got it.
Everybody has their I don't know, different opinion on what it is, what it should be. It should be just that way, and I can't. That just makes me.
We don't want to rush it because we're going to cruise again.
So we don't have anything. We did, but we had to obviously.
We had to cancel it.
Well, they
canceled it, but and I had something planned for my big milestone birthday and had to cancel that. But they were able to accommodate the refund and preserve some points, I guess they call it, towards another ship in the future. So
we're just waiting.
We're just waiting, but they're constantly sending us things to see if we're interested. Those emails are flowing like, hey, Martha and Imani, like we're like, oh yes, we have to shout him out.
A mental note of that.
His name.
The things that have been going on, because anytime, once you link up with a planner, we have that account, or you sign on to your account, and they can see that. So I'm like, oh my God, he's gonna call. And we just, in case he might pick this up and watch, you want to give a credit and shout out to Sean Askew, our Carnival planner.
He is the best. Sean, I love you.
My website, he called me.
So shout out to Sean Askew. Yes, he's amazing.
The shout out is recorded and it has been being saved saved for all time for future viewers of this video. And speaking of viewers of this video and your channel, Imani, before we wrap up here, just we linked your other channel down below. Do you want to mention briefly what that's all about?
Sure. I cannot. The other channel that my new friend Dan is talking about is I have a skincare and beauty channel that I had for a couple of years now called Imani K Beauty. I recently became a partner and brand ambassador for Beauty Counter, which hasn't been officially released yet. So you guys are the first to learn about it.
Wow,
Very
congratulations.
So I'm really excited about that. I mean, doors are just opening because of me just stepping out on faith and just believing in myself and doing these type of things that are passionate, that mean a lot to me, that I'm passionate about. So yeah, you can follow me on YouTube and on Instagram at Imani K Beauty. That is my handle for both platforms. So thank you for your support.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Yes, that's awesome. Very good.
Much. You're the first to learn about this news besides Mom.
Thank you for breaking the news here on Cruise Day Fun. We are so happy to support mother-daughter cruisers, and we are so happy to link both of your channels down below. Everybody, please check them out. Be sure to go and subscribe. I think you've probably seen here what the enthusiasm they have that was so infectious for us and made us say we've got to have them on.
Yeah.
So we are so happy to have you on, and we hope to have you back again sometime soon. And even better, we hope to run into you on a cruise.
Yeah, that'd be great.
That would be amazing.
That would be awesome.
Let's know what you guys are doing.
Well, we've got plans coming, and we'll be out there. We're December. I think we'll be on a cruise. I think we're going to be on a cruise on MSC in the first week of December. So that'll be our first time on yet another cruise line. So, but yeah, we need to wrap this up. Yep.
Yes,
definitely.
We'll be looking for you, and we'll be in touch. We know where to find you on Instagram and on Twitter, or not on Twitter, on YouTube. So that's the one.
Guys.
So thanks for coming in. It's been good having you on. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for joining us. We so appreciate you. Bye.
So that was Mother-Daughter Cruisers. And we need to just wrap up real quick here. You can see how awesome they are and how much we enjoy watching the channel. You'll enjoy them too. Really check them out and subscribe, because you will enjoy their channel as much as we did. Just very down to earth, genuine people who love cruising just like we do, and they love food like we do. So that's a bonus. So be sure to visit their channels and subscribe. And also, again, I'll remind you that we've got that $100 Carnival Cruise giveaway. Still a chance to enter that. You can find it probably most easily on our Port Canaveral tips video. You can find a chance to enter the giveaway there. I also want to mention what I said earlier. Down below, along with the links for Mother-Daughter Cruisers, we've also got a link to our Carnival Sunrise ship guide. You can get this digital download absolutely free by following the link there. So that'll be a handy guide for you to take if you're inspired now to book a cruise on Carnival Sunrise, or you've already booked a cruise. Then that is a handy guide to have with you. You can print it out and take it with you. Next week, we're doing the look back and the look forward to Cruise Day Fun. We're going to kind of turn the camera. Well, the camera's already on us, but we're going to turn the camera around a couple times and show it again. So we're going to talk about what's been going on behind the scenes with us, and the good times, bad times, and some exciting times we have coming ahead, because I think cruises might start here pretty soon. We're hoping, and we just really appreciate everybody joining us tonight. We really appreciate you here. We'll be
really
back.
Love that you've stayed with us.
That's
and
right.
Watch us and support us.
Yes, even through some rough times. But cruising is coming back. We're still here, and we'll be back every Monday at 7 o'clock Eastern time. So be sure to join us.
All right. So thank you so much for watching.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Let's try the proper